Hello there, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Baka, and welcome to the very first of my adventures in the Bronze League. This is going to be a show where I am going to go through my trials in the Bronze League of Starcraft 2. You're going to see every match, be it good or bad, win or loss, and I hope to be able to show you what things can be done correctly, what things can be done incorrectly. Because while there are great shows out there like the Day 9 Daily and the shoutcasts of Husky Starcraft, they show you what the experts are doing. Bronze League is something very, very different. You have a lot of cheeses, you have a lot of mistakes, and we're going to go through and we're going to see how to combat these mistakes. So, starting off in the lower right-hand corner, it's the red Protoss. This is myself. I go by End of Story. And in the lower left-hand corner is our blue Terran. He is known as Hyyer. Now, currently, Hyyer is starting things off with a supply depot followed by a barracks. This is absolutely standard. He then sends an SCV to scout. In my corner, I'm starting off with a pylon, followed by a gateway, also completely standard. I, however, have not scouted. I build my second pylon way too early, and I am simply not continuing production. I don't know why. I am waiting. Hyyer has got his second supply depot on the way, and he's got a Marines building. He's taken one gas, but he is also not building SCVs. Over in my neck of the corner, no gas, no SCVs, a cybernetics core on the way, and a forge on the way. This might be a little bit of a fast forge for a PvT, but I learned in my sessions trying to get onto the ladder that simpler is better. The forge is really good for your upgrades, the cybernetics core obviously for warp gate technology. So Hyyer is now making it into my base. He has spotted me. He is working on a bunker instead of a command center, which is perhaps not the best choice, but he has his reactor going. He has got his orbital up, still not creating SCVs, but he does have a mule going. In my neck of the woods, Forge is finished, Cybernetics Core is finished, and I'm building my first Zealot. For some reason, unbeknownst... Oh, I have also just gotten gas, and I went double gas immediately. So let me speed this up. Probes are in commission. Warp Gate is researching. And Zealot number 2 is going. And I have finally decided that it's time to scout. However, if you look over at his base, my probe is in for a world of hurt. And that's going to happen in 3, 2, 1. Scouting revealed some Marines to kill me. Now Hyyer now starts on his second command center. My second Nexus is nearly complete, so I will get a slight macro advantage. I have a stalker out. Hyyer has got a factory built, a starport on the way, and double barracks. He's got Marine Marauder going on, but he is content to sit back. I've got a warp gate up. Forge is going +1 attack, and that is almost finished. And in my main base, Twilight Council, and I now have 4 gates. So I could 4-gate him if I thought it could win. Twilight Council is here for a few things: Zealot Legs, Blink, and the ability to get +2. Now if you look up in the production tab, I've got the Templar Archives coming. I've got +1 shielding, or +1 defense. He's got stim. He's got +1 attack. And we're both continuing drone production. He's getting up his 3rd gas. I'm getting up my 3rd gas. I'm getting up my 3rd and 4th gas. Zealot Legs and Storm. Storm actually does not come into use at all during this game. I decided to get a Robo Facility, though I don't know what good that's going to do me. And he's decided to start to move out with that Marine Marauder push. And then he doesn't. There's not that much going on right now. We're both kind of turtling. I've taken control of the watchtower. And there's not that much production coming from him. I've started a Warp Prism for some reason. Or not a Warp Prism, but a Void Ray. I've got an Observer that is doing nothing. And I've got lots of little Zealots. Zealot Legs is finished. Blink is almost finished. He's got combat shielding, shielding #1, siege mode, medevacs. He's got a 3rd command center. And he is attacking me. He's got a drop going on. Zealots with Zealot Legs are amazing. They come in and take very little damage. And then the Void Ray is going to take care of that medevac. Back in Camp Hyyer, he sieges up his tanks instead of moving out with them. Probably a good decision since I just walked all over his drop. He's almost mined out of his main base. He's throwing mules down at his 2nd base. He's got production going on his 3rd. I'm still at 2 base. I've now added a number of Stalkers. I've still only got that 1 Void Ray, but a 2nd is on its way. These are going to be mainly for defense. I'm sending in my Observer to see what exactly he's got going on. Looking to see where that force is. Okay, look, I see a starport, which I knew already. Double engineering bay. Not a 3rd there. Siege tanks. And then a dead observer. Now I have decided to take a 3rd and place my army in order to guard it. Now this could be a good thing, but if he does more drops, my entire defense, except for those Void Rays, is sitting out front. For some reason, my probe has decided to move. Ah, yes. I'm going to put a forward pylon with the idea that I will soon be attacking. I will tell you right now, not much happens with this forward pylon. I don't even know that there's a base up here. He's got a sizable force, 150. He's leading me by 30 supply. And my force has now added some High Templar and some more Zealots. I'm still just hanging out with 2 Void Rays, but you'll notice here's where the problem comes. I'm going to pause. Because I am hovering at nearly 4,000 minerals and 1,300 gas, and he's hovering at almost 3,000 minerals, but only 83 gas. This is the downfall of most Bronze Leaguers. It's not keeping your macro up. One of the best ways to get your macro going is to start building more facilities. So I am adding on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 more gateways. That will give me a total of 12 gateways? No, that's going to give me a lot of gateways, which is good. However, I've only got 30 supply to play with there, so let's see. I'm going to speed this up for just a second. And you'll notice he is building battle cruisers. And he is researching the Yamato cannon. This is insane. For a player to be at the 24-minute mark, not having really attacked, and at the same time having battle cruisers. And here we go. This is a very decisive attack. He moves out with his siege tank, marine, marauder force, 3 medevacs. And he's up near the watchtower. He hasn't taken it, though, for some reason. He's waiting for his battle cruisers. 2 battle cruisers, 2 more on the way. 1 finished up. Oh, wait, they don't want to leave their buddy. The marine marauder force has moved up to an empty base. I am moving out because I want to attack. He wants to attack. And here's his mistake. I can't see him at all. Let's just pause this real quick. This is what I can see. Nothing. This is what Hyyer can see. Nothing. But these siege tanks are just sieging up, and this is their range. And I am in their range. So let's see what happens now. Thankfully, I'm paying attention. I've got Archons, I've got Stalkers, I've got Zealots. I get hit, I get scanned, I take some damage, I move out of range, and now it's on. Here comes the attack. I get a surround. My Zealots whip in there. Storm takes out the Marines. The Stalkers get a good concave. Archons on siege tanks. It's not really a fair match. And I am now left with a very paltry force. I had some Zealots not attacking for some reason. 2 Archons left, but his main force is just obliterated. However, back at my 3rd, I am getting bombarded by battle cruisers. Over at his base, he's still got his siege tanks holding steady. But he's got no bio. He's mined out at his main. At his 3rd, he's got 3 siege tanks. Only 2 of them are sieged. He's got no bio facilities. At his 2nd, he's got 4 Marines in a bunker. So let's start this up again. One battle cruiser down. I'm not attacking for some reason. Blink forward to take out some battle cruisers. My Nexus is down. This is a blow for me. Had this been a few weeks earlier, I would have probably GG'd here. But I have now taken care of all of his battle cruisers. And he has absolutely nothing. I can max out now. I am at 84 supply to his 101. To now his 107. But I have a lot of warp gates. However, I don't decide to use them right now. I rebuild my Nexus so I can have a third base again. And to build some cannons. These are what are known as after-the-fact cannons. Now, he is trying to rebuild his Bioforce and his Battlecruiser force. 3 at a time. I can warp in a lot of Zealots at a time. Now, had I really been thinking this through, I would have warped these in at my forward pylon. I would be using my Nexi to cool down my warp gates so I could warp in units faster. But even without that, I have cut into his supply lead very quickly. So let's just speed this up again. My force decides to move out. He sees I have no one there. However, and this is where I realize I have a forward pylon. He scouts me. He was able to see me from the high ground. I'm not sure that it's going to do him much good, though. He moves his battlecruisers out. Zealots are going crazy, destroying production facilities. Stalkers attacking the battlecruisers. Battlecruisers are not very operational when they are dying. He has Yamato cannon, but he is not using it. His second base is gone. He's got 4 battlecruisers. I have 2 zealots. I have an entire fleet of stalkers up here, though. They are going to town on the 3rd base, which has 3 siege tanks at a different exit. My zealots are destroying his 1st base. So what's he do? He moves out with those 3 battlecruisers to my base. Zealots destroying everything they can. Stalkers destroying everything they can. Battlecruisers deciding it's time to destroy things. But he's met with Void Rays, which don't stand much of a chance. They get 1. But Stalkers are there again. They can't quite get to where they want to be. He GG's. And that's the game. So, game number 1. Terran versus Protoss. Protoss wins. This was my first ladder match of this season. I was shocked that I was able to get a victory because honestly, I have never gotten a victory before. But that is mostly due to the fact that I have gotten cheesed every time. And we're going to see some cheeses and what they do. So, until next week, this is Baka, and I hope you guys are enjoying my adventures in the Bronze League. I'll see you guys later. Bye.